Now look, in my last video on Tiffany Henyard, I asked y'all, exactly how many court dates does this woman have at this point? Like for real, how is she even out of town right now? We literally just saw her hanging out in Atlanta with Litos, acting all carefree. My guy showed up in slides like he was headed to a pool party. Zero stress, zero urgency. You'd never guess this lady is drowning in over 50 lawsuits. And let us. The feds have eyes on him too, thanks to that sketchy St. Patrick's Day money and that so-called youth program that looks more fake than a movie prop. But based on how relaxed they looked out in public, you'd think none of this fire was real. Well, guess what? Today was another court day for sis. Shout out to Carlton from Go Political, and major props to my guy Kurt Marucci, the super server on the right-hand side. Man's officially served Tiffany 6 times. 6. She probably breaks into a cold sweat every time she sees Kurt roll up. And honestly, I'm here for it. Huge respect to Kurt for staying on her reckless tail, because honestly, someone's gotta monitor her 24/7s. And once the FBI finishes their investigation, she's gonna have all the supervision she never wanted. When they finally haul her in, it's gonna be game over. But for now, she's still out here acting untouchable. I got this plug. That connection? Girl, stop it. All those so-called favors. Gone. She got booted out with a brutal 95-5 vote. That means 95% of Dalton wants her out. Imagine walking into a grocery store with 100 people and 95 of them can't stand you. Even the gas station clerk is probably side-eyeing her. Let's shift to Atlanta for a second. Word on the street is Tiffany's been house shopping down there. Now, Lisa and I can't personally confirm that, so let's not jump to conclusions. But even if there's a tiny ounce of truth to it, girl, how? What kind of Fantasyland credit score are we talking about here? You think you can just pop in and drop $500,000 or $600,000 on a crib like the FBI ain't tracking every move you make? Be serious. The second she even thinks about transferring that kind of cash, federal agents will be diving through the windows like it's a Netflix special. Full SWAT mode if y'all want to see Tiffany Henyard get arrested in real time. Just wait until she tries to close on some luxury property in Atlanta. The feds will beat the realtor to the front door. But honestly, I do not believe she's actually buying anything. The math does not not with this level of financial smoke trailing her everywhere. And let's be clear, Atlanta is not some hidden escape. It is still very much the United States. If she thought relocating to the South was going to get her off the radar, she's living in a fantasy. Tiffany Henyard is just as recognizable in Atlanta as she is in Chicago. Her mess has traveled that far. She didn't just humiliate a town, she turned herself into a national meme. And truthfully, none of this was supposed to blow up like it did. It started with one small village, Dalton. Just 20,000 hardworking, decent folks who never asked for this train wreck. But one headline, one viral moment, that's all it took. Now she's officially the most embarrassing mayor in recent memory. Congrats, Tiff. You didn't just lose your seat, you became the nation's running joke. First off, I have to give a major shout-out to Carlton over at Go Political. I was watching one of his latest videos, and he had some solid footage, actually, of our guy Kurt doing exactly what he's become known for, delivering justice with precision. That man does not miss. I originally planned to run the audio for y'all, but Kurt had some fire tracks playing in the background, real bangers, but they were copyrighted. And look, I am not trying to get demonetized out here. Still, props to Carlton for putting it together. That right there is what real community journalism looks like, raw, on the ground, and consistently pushing the truth forward. Now, one quick note, Carlton. I believe the court hearing actually happened today, not tomorrow. Easy mix-up, but we cannot afford to get tripped up on the small things, especially with someone like Tiffany watching for any slip-up. You know her playbook: flip the facts, twist the story, label you the liar, and pretend like she's being victimized while she's ducking and dodging accountability like it is some kind of Olympic competition. So yeah, we have to stay locked in, keep the narrative airtight. This is not a friendly backyard game. This is chess, high stakes, high pressure, and let me tell you something, things are boiling over now. Some of you keep commenting like, she's already done, it's a wrap. Not yet. Not even close. Not until those cuffs are snapped on. Not until we see that mugshot go public. As long as she is still out here walking around, talking reckless, scheming behind closed doors, then no, she is not finished. She is still active, still pulling strings, still pretending like she is bulletproof. But that mask, it is slipping. She already got voted out, done. That chapter has closed. She no longer holds the title. She is not the mayor, not the boss, not the puppet master of Dalton anymore. She is just another private citizen with Wi-Fi access and a terrible attitude. All those power plays she used to brag about, vaporized. That supposed network of influence she paraded around like a crown. Gone, dismantled, disconnected, discredited, and now the latest whispers are saying she has been dodging court. Appearances, again, let me be fair, I cannot personally verify that, but that is the word on the street, and it has been coming from multiple sources, and honestly, I would not even blink if it turned out to be true. That would be textbook Tiffany. The kind of person who thinks a courtroom summons is just another meeting she can skip if she is not in the mood. That kind of arrogance only works for so long before reality catches up, and, believe me, it always does. Because here is how the justice system works. Judges remember. Prosecutors take notes. You keep playing games, missing court, making a mockery of the process, and eventually they drop the courtesy. They file warrants. They stop sending reminders and start sending squad cars. And if they have not already done that, someone better get on it, 'cause her clock is ticking fast. Let us not forget the trail she left behind: financial chaos, torched reputations, small businesses ground into the dirt. And why? So she could build her little empire. So she could feed her ego and play queen. It is disgusting. People's lives were appended so she could boost her image, and that cannot be allowed to slide. This is not some petty political scandal. This is about justice for the people she ran over in her pursuit of power. She needs to show up in court and deal with the consequences like a responsible adult. And if she will not, then let the law step in and do what needs to be done. Let them pull up, cuff her, and haul her out. She brought this on herself. She earned it. She does not deserve a slap on the wrist. She deserves full accountability. Not just a "you lost the election" consequence, no. I am talking about real repercussions, real legal fallout. Because this is no longer about politics. This is personal. For everyone she hurt. This is deeply personal. Let me make this clear. I've been following Tiffany's actions for over a year now, possibly even closer to 18 months. And trust me when I say, this story is far from over. This saga is still unfolding. It is not over until she is behind bars. Until she is truly held accountable in a courtroom, not just the court of public opinion. And who knows? Maybe in a few years, we will see a Netflix docuseries. Maybe Hulu will pick it up and turn it into a multi-part expose. But here is the thing, she will not be profiting off of it. No red carpets, no book deals, no streaming checks, just cold concrete walls and a TV showing her own downfall. That is the ending she wrote for herself, and it is fitting. Once again, major respect to Kurt Towell's super server, who continues doing what needs to be done out here, holding it down and doing the hard work that most people would not dare attempt. And of course, hats off to Go Political for always keeping the receipts and the footage flowing. As of right now, we do not have official confirmation on whether she actually appeared in court today. But trust me, we are watching. We are tracking everything. And as always, we will keep you updated, step by step, every move she makes, every stunt she tries. This story is not finished, not by a long shot.